Hi, and welcome to Jamie deRoy and Friends. I'm Jamie deRoy.
And I'm Barry Kleinbort.
So this week we start off with The Notebook, which has just opened at the Schoenfeld Theater. It's directed by Michael Greif and Shelley Williams.
It has music and lyrics by Ingrid Michaelson and a book by Becca Brunstetter, and it's based on the best-selling novel and equally popular movie of the same title. Marianne Plunkett and Dorian Harewood had a wonderful cast, including
Jordan Tyson, John Cardoza, Joy Woods, Ryan Vasquez, and Andrea Burns. Let's take a look.
What kind of book is it?
It's a love story.
Hey, I'm Noah.
I'm Allie.
I love you, Allie. I loved you then, and I love you now.
Barry, I know you've already gotten to see The Notebook.
Yes, I have.
I haven't seen it yet, which brings me to this season. It is the most crowded Broadway season I can remember. So many shows opening, one after another. We don't want to miss anything, and we don't want to miss anything to air and give it a plug. So if we haven't seen it yet, I hope you'll understand. Which brings us to the next show, An Enemy of the People, playing at Circle in the Square.
It's the play by Henrik Ibsen, adapted by Amy Herzog and directed by Sam Gold. And it's got two big stars, Michael Imperiali and Jeremy Strong. This play was written over 100 years ago, and it is more timely than ever.
Water for Elephants has just opened at the Imperial Theater. It has a book by Rick Ellis, and the music and lyrics are written by Pigpen Theater Company.
It's directed by Jessica Stone, and it's based on the best-selling novel by Sarah Gruen, which, this book was so popular and then made into a popular movie as well. And now it's been turned into a theatrical extravaganza.
I hear it's absolutely fantastic for kids, and it boasts a terrific cast.
See Benzini Brothers Circus for a one-night only run. Ain't it so? The road don't make you so. The road don't make you young. Ain't it so? The road don't make you young. Live a life worth living when they say it can't be done. Ain't it so? The road don't make. Ain't it so? The road don't make you young. Ain't it so? No, the road don't make you young. Live a life worth living when they say it can't be done. Ain't it so?
The Who's Tommy has opened at the Nederlander Theater. Music and lyrics are by Pete Townsend.
And the book is by Pete Townsend and Des McAnuff, and he also directed the production. It is a revival of the rock opera, the pop rock opera from the 1970s. It's already been on Broadway, and this is its return to Broadway.
The sets, the projections, the costumes, it's really a visual feast. The choreography is by Lauren Latero.
The cast includes Ali Louis Bourgeois, Allison Luff, Adam Jacobs, John Ambrosino, Bobby Conte, and Christina Saju.
Here is a look at the revival of The Who's Tommy.
Feel me, touch me, heal me. You feel me coming, a new vibration. From afar you'll see me. I'm a sensation. I'm a sensation.
And now for our off-Broadway roundup. At New World Stages, Penn and Teller are presenting Stalker.
These are two Swedish street magicians, Peter Breinoff and Jonas Ljung. I guess they do sleight of hand.
All kinds of things. We cannot wait to see this one. I love magic.
I do too. Let's disappear.
Also at New World Stages is A Sign of the Times. It features music of the 60s.
Yeah, we heard it the first time around. The book is by Lindsay Hope Perlman, and it's directed by Gabriel
Barr.
And it's really a fun experience revisiting those songs that were part of our childhood.
The cast includes Chelina Kennedy,
Ryan Silverman,
Justin Matthew Sargent,
Akron Lanier Watson.
and Crystal Lucas Perry. A Sign of the Times plays through June 2nd.
Let's take a look.
I'm young and I love to be young. I'm free and I love to be free to live my life the way I want, to say and do whatever I believe. I can't tell you what to say, and I can't tell you what to do. So just let me be myself. That's all I ask of you. I'm young and I'm free, and I love to be free to live my life the way I want, to say and do whatever I please. You don't know me.
Well, if you think the season is busy with Broadway, it's also busy with a lot of very, very special events. And one of the more special events in my book is Barry Manilow back at Radio City Music Hall from April 17th through April 21st.
Looks like we made it.
Barry Manilow. Live in concert in New York City. Barry Manilow. See him performing all the hits for 5 nights at Radio City Music Hall, April 17th through Sunday, April 21st.
You know, Jamie, Barry Manilow is also going to be part of the New York Pop's 41st birthday gala at Carnegie Hall on Monday, April 29th.
And they're honoring Clive Davis. Barry was one of his early clients, and he brings out all the stars when he's being honored.
I'll say. The evening will include Babyface,
Busta Rhymes,
Deborah Cox,
Fantasia,
Kenny G,
Melissa Manchester,
John Mellencamp,
Ray Parker Jr.,
Carlos Santana,
Rob Thomas.
and Dionne Warwick.
This is the New York Pop Special Gala. Stephen Reinecke, the maestro, has done an amazing job organizing everybody. This evening includes their program Kids on Stage, which has over 60 children participating with the orchestra playing alongside of them.
On May 6th at Symphony Space, the Duke Ellington Center for the Arts is celebrating Duke Ellington's 125th birthday.
They have special guest Grammy Award winner Arturo O'Farrell.
A popular tourist attraction in Times Square is the Museum of Broadway. It opened a year ago, and it is still bringing so much entertainment to tourists who visit this city.
It's interactive and it's fun, and it keeps changing too with different exhibits.
So do we, Jamie.
What we've created
is really meant to be for everyone, whether they've seen one Broadway show or they've seen hundreds of Broadway shows.
We have really collaborated with the community on what would be the best experience for fans.
We use visual storytelling. It's interactive.
It's experiential and Instagrammable and immersive. You walk the timeline and then you end up in the middle of a show that changed the future of Broadway.
So you'll get to walk through, oh, what a beautiful morning for Oklahoma, and see the artifacts, but then be immersed into the experience.
Rent is designed by the original scenic designer, Paul Clay.
You're going to be immersed into the East Village.
You come into the Wiz, you ease on down the yellow LED staircase.
It's a jukebox tunnel that you go through, and the lights are synchronized to the music.
It captures socially progressive, groundbreaking moments that have happened in our history. There'll be Easter eggs for people who might think they know everything about Broadway. Well, maybe they didn't know this story. I think it'll give a deeper appreciation to people who go to see their next Broadway show.
And now for our cabaret roundup. On April 22nd at Birdland is Alice Ripley and John McDaniel.
On April 23rd to 27th, Sorel Aimee brings her show to Birdland.
At 54 Below, Marilyn May continues her 2-week run from April 16th through the 20th.
Another event on April 29th is Backstage Babble celebrates Joe Allen's. This is at 54 Below, and it's a celebration of all the flop shows on the posters at Joe Allen Restaurant.
I think it's a brilliant idea.
Well, it's a long evening.
It certainly is. People have done songs from flop shows before, but never taken Joe Allen's as their background.
In the cast are Amanda Green,
Michael Corey,
Josie DeGuzman,
Brenda Braxton,
Beth Fowler,
Martin Vidnovic,
Jim Walton,
and Robert Creighton. Also that night in the cast is Anita Gillette, who was on our show in 2010 when she sang Secret Service.
The Secret Service makes me nervous. And it was a song that she sang from Mr. President, which would be on the wall at Joe Allen's restaurant. Here's a look.
The Secret Service makes me nervous. When I am dating, they are waiting to observe us. When I get ready to hold steady for a kiss implant, the Secret Service makes me nervous and I can't. They're always smiling, no denying. They're always leaving, gushing, breathing, private eyeing. When I'm beginning to give hitting like a maid at hand, the Secret Service makes me nervous and I can't. I've been exposed beyond control, just like a goldfish in a bowl. The president's daughter must drink water. No drink of scotch, might do what she had an honor. When I'm ignited, so excited that I start to pant, the Secret Service makes me nervous when my lamps are lit. And I say, this is it. The Secret Service makes me nervous and I can't. The Secret Service makes me nervous. Those White House snakes get all their kicks when they observe us. Just as I wind up, made my mind up not to say I won't. The Secret Secret Service makes me nervous, and I don't. Rosie, they get nosy. They'll say they're switsy, playing footsie, very cozy. My pulse goes higher, I'm on fire, shaking on the knees. The Secret Service makes me nervous, and I freeze. Whatever I may do or say will be reported the next day. When I'm reported, it's distorted. They don't see clearly when I'm merely being courted. When I'm just necking, simply pecking, without carrying grants. They stand behind me to remind me who and what I am. Though I don't give a damn. The Secret Service makes me nervous and I can't.
And if that wasn't enough for April the 29th, also on that date at Don't Tell Mama, Jason Henderson brings his show Getting to Know You back for one additional performance. He's a Bistro Award winner. Musical direction is by Christopher Denny, and the director is Barry Kleinbort. And it's a wonderful show, and let's take a look at Jason Henderson in Getting to Know You.
In the daytime, well, I had a working visa, so I worked in an office. I like America. I have played around every slappy, happy hunting ground, but I find America okay. I've been about a bit, but I must admit that I didn't know the half of it till I struck the USA. No likely lass in Boston, Mass, from passion will recoil. In Dallas, Tex, they talk of sex, but only think of oil. New Jersey dames go up in flames if someone mentions bed. In Chicago, Illinois, any girl who meets a boy giggles and shoots him dead. But I like America. Its society offers infinite variety, and come what may, give me a holiday in the good old USA. Well, that wonderful year was soon and sadly over, and I returned to New Zealand and worked in an office until I came to New York for a few weeks and auditioned for a New York City acting school. And I got in. I like America. I have traveled far from Northumberland to Zanzibar, but I find America okay. L-A-H-O-M-A. I've roamed the Spanish Main, eaten sugar cane, but I never tasted cellophane till I struck the USA. All delegates in southern states are nervy and distraught. In New Orleans, the wrought iron screens are dreadfully overwrought. Beneath each tree in Tennessee, erotic books are read. And when alligators thud through the Mississippi mud, sex rears its ugly head. But I like America. The light switches go the other way. Still, I find America okay. Yes, I like America, and I've even come around to the MTA. Yes, I find America okay. Oh, I like America, its simplicity and its passion for publicity, and come what may, I have returned here, hooray, to the good old USA. A-M-E-R-I-C-A, yay.
At the Café Carlisle, Richard Tognetti and the Australian Chamber Orchestra return from April 16th to the 20th.
Also at Café Carlisle is Candace Bushnell, who created Sex in the City. Her show is called True Tales of Sex, Success, and Sex in the City. Candace Bushnell plays at the Carlisle from April 23rd through the 27th.
At Green Room 42 on April 17th and 24th, Lady Bunny, the noted drag artist, brings her show. I guess she couldn't get April 29th.
Lucky her. At Chelsea Table and Stage on Mother's Day, Sunday, May 11th, Leanne Marie Dobbs brings her show, Why Can't a Woman, to the club. Here is a look when she was on our show at Birdland.
Those fingers in my hair, that's like unhear stare, that strips my conscience bare. It's witchcraft, and I've got no defense for it. The heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need of me, my heart says yes indeed, and me proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, and one I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. It's witchcraft. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, and one I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you.
At the Laurie Beachman Theater on May 5th and 11th, Christopher Caswell brings his new show, Listen to My Heart. Here is a look at Chris Caswell.
I learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare, no slipping up if you slip away. So I got nothing to share, no, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, because outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong, but every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of that sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving? Now, if you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside,